Okay, so if you were to ask me what is the thing that I'm afraid of on this trip, I can probably tell you one of them. I was just about to film inside the, I think it's a meeting room, like where they do plays and different things for the village, like a theater or a stage. And I wanted to change to a wide lens. So what do? You find a lens cap, you put a lens cap on, and you switch lenses, but I couldn't find a lens cap. So I had to backtrack to my last shot, and that's where my lens cap is. You know, if I can't get a handle on my memory, I'm not gonna get so far. I'm gonna end up losing everything I got.
我第一的时候还觉得好笑，真的是所有人这样搞的，对吧？
Yeah. It's funny. He says that he saw me. I told him I'm riding a bicycle around the world, and he said I showed him the picture of it, and he looked at the picture and said, "I've seen you before." That's cool. Ji'an's a little bit more of a laid-back city, which is why I kind of hung out here. It enabled me to kind of do some editing and not be distracted by the hustle bustle of a major city. But my time here kind of got stale, and I started staring at my computer with that blank page kind of look. So I need to get on with it and keep moving.
I decided that I would spend my last day here out of the hotel, experiencing what life is like in Ji'an, and get a feel for the culture and lifestyle in a prefecture-level inland Chinese city. I started my day with a visit to the village of Meibei, one of the few tourist destinations in the city.
There are actually quite a few of these historical preserved villages throughout all of China, because the country is so old and has such rich history, but is moving so fast, it's difficult to preserve the heritage of a lot of these places. So you can come here, you can see what life was like. A lot of the original families still live here. The village is still running, so that it still has villagers and daily life, and basically you can just plug in and see what life was like.
Walking through Meibei gives you a window into what life was like in the Ming and Qing dynasties. Long, brick, narrow alleyways filled with residences and shops, all leading to a courtyard of larger structures that served as the cultural or community centers.
It's a little bit strange roaming through an area like this and being like the only one here. Even the villagers seem either resting or not around. So I'm this foreigner walking around this historic Chinese village with nothing to keep me company except the cicadas and the crickets. It's quiet. Well, I just tried to check a restaurant for a place to eat, and nobody's here. There was a man there, but he said the Laban wasn't there. Laban means boss. So the boss isn't here. I think that might be the only restaurant in town. Village, not town. Okay, so the ancient Chinese city, I think we can all agree that was sort of a bust. It was quiet, which is what I would expect an ancient Chinese city to be, or village, I'm sorry, but a little bit too quiet. There was nobody there. Even the potential landmarks and things that you could see were locked up tight, so I couldn't even see the heart of the village, you know, the innards. But now I'm at a place I know will reveal some true Chinese culture. How do I know it? Because behind me is my hotel. And my hotel room looks out at this square. It's not really a square though. It's more of a circle square. Every night this place just fills up with people doing all manner of things. So I figured I'd show you a little bit of what the people of Ji'an do when the sun goes down. But first, I'm gonna get some local food at a local restaurant and then call it a night, because Matty G's gotta move on tomorrow. Okay, so let's see. What I got is a chansai, which is Chinese for vegetable. This is cabbage, and this is actually a super common dish in China. You can get it at any Sichuan restaurant. It's basically sauteed cabbage in a bunch of oil. They mix it with garlic and pork or beef, whatever you want, and then a bunch of peppers. Red peppers are called lajiao. And this is, again, one of my favorites. You'll hear me say those words quite a lot, one of my favorites, because I do enjoy almost every type of food. The next dish we have is a beef dish, and I think this is a local speciality because I've seen it at a couple of restaurants around Ji'an. Again, garlic, which you can't go wrong with, and then beef. And this beef is different from most Chinese dishes. Most Chinese dishes shred the beef into really, really thin strips, but this time it's in pretty hefty chunks. And it's not like a steak, it's like a roast. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's hot, and it's got some, again, hot peppers and garlic. How can you go wrong with that? Last but not least is another one of my favorites. What am I gonna eat? Some of my least favorites? So what I ordered here was sauteed onions, peppers, these green onions, and JaYoe, which is squid. Squid is a very popular item to cook with here. You don't see it so much in the USA, but here it's extremely popular. It's not your calamari deep fried breaded squid. It is your tentacle staring at you in the face. It probably was moving 20 minutes ago style squid. It's chewy, tasty, has a lot of flavor and a little bit of heat, so super good. I'm gonna eat and catch up with you later. And again, I ordered too much, but what are you gonna do? I've been in a few Chinese cities, but I've never seen this. It's basically a public broadcast of TV. And there's people with tables and chairs set out and drinking tea, and old guys talking to each other, and families just hanging out. It's kind of interesting, like they're broadcasting public television to the public that maybe they don't have TVs, maybe they're using this as an opportunity to socialize. I would rather sit out and watch public TV with a bunch of friends, I guess, than do it behind closed doors. It must be a children-themed Wednesday, because although it is pretty normal to see kids playing, they sure pull out all the stops for the kids, I guess on Wednesday. Hello! Now, I've seen a lot of things in America. I've seen skateboarders, I've seen bicyclists, I've seen runners, but I've never seen a couple of hundred people getting together almost every single day to dance to choreographed music. And it's not just one dance, it's a bunch of dances that they always do. It's like their daily ritual, and it's also part of their fitness, you know? They're out there moving all the time. And you'll see men and women, old and young, everybody's out there, and there's no judging, you know? Everybody is just enjoying. Yeah. Hello，
来，一起跟我们外国朋友说一句 Hello， 掌声送我们外国朋友，非常友好的。
哪来的？
要不要为
他是哪一国的？自我介绍。
我是美国人。我从底特律，在美国，他们做汽车。
做汽车。
汽车城，底特律汽车城。
好，我们这位外国朋友他说是从美国来的，美国底特律来的，大家听过这座城市吧？底特律。好。
美国的汽车城，美国的汽车城。
是，它是一座。
你知道浙江宁波？浙江宁波。浙江宁波。我住在宁波。
啊，浙江宁波。你住在浙江宁波。
我住在这5年了，然后我很喜欢自行车，所以我自行车到这里。
啊，我听懂了。 他在宁波5年了，浙江宁波5年。他喜欢骑自行车。
是的。
他是骑自行车来到这里的。
是的。
从宁波。
是的，明天我自行车去香港，然后云南、老挝、泰国，很多的地方，大概100个国家。
是，我相信有这种精神，我们祖国也会越来越好，是不是？掌声再送我们这位朋友。
唱什么歌？
要不要为大家献唱一首？
我有一个歌，我可以。明月几时有？
把酒问青天，天上宫阙不知天上宫阙，今夕是何年？还有谢谢马车朋友，再次谢谢您。
车跑了100多个国家。
好，接下来。
好，谢谢我们这位美国朋友。
My buddy， 这是我的朋友。
到达，到这个大关，就是给他到他这个光板，到他这个光板，我们2个人有个有。不要。
Okay, so I could spend the entire day here watching people and just kind of taking in the differences in the habits of different people in this area, and it's a very small area. It's very busy. But I've got to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning, so there you go. Ji'an people. I'll put together a little collage and hopefully you enjoy it. This is the day in the life of Ji'an Ren. Those ladies that were singing back there say that they come here every single evening to dance. It's dedication.
Hãy subscribe cho kênh Ghiền Mì Gõ để không bỏ lỡ